Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that one's a little loud. Sorry about that. One of these days I may re-edit it. But anyway, welcome one and all to another SOP live production. Let's get a roll call out of the way real quick. There's prep for it and Gary Gradden and there's Al. There's CR from north of the border. There's Backwoods. There's Gray Man. Of course, most of you guys know who they already are. There's Trish. A few chit chats back and forth there. Tennessee Tactical, Emma. Gardner Josh. So that's it for the moment.
Texas Rob is in there. You skipped over him.
No, I thought maybe I did. Yep,
right
I
after.
did. Sorry.
Yep, right after.
I had to say it. Okay, there is Miss Nina. For all your wanting to see how it's done down south, the old southern way, go down there and check out Discover Sustainable. We just got to get Miss Nina comfortable again to get back on live stream and having her ladies' night with Badgers. Of course, I'm going to warn you now, that's not for the faint of heart. There's Miss Mouse Toes. Pull up your mouse traps, please. Shady Hill, good evening.
The Kraken.
Yep. Give me a second. I'll get there eventually. Remember, these glasses are only for looks. I still have to squint and get to the right point to be able to see things.
So, folks, on to Dave's glass fun. So you get real glasses.
Stop. Enough of the whole send Dave. No, don't. Especially with the IRS now going to be checking everybody's PayPal accounts, basically. Because if you make enough money, they're going to be going, where'd you get that? No,
Please
enough of
send
that.
all
Enough.
cash in unmarked envelopes.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why we're setting up a LLC for my YouTube stuff. It's a corporation.
Not a bad idea.
Yep.
And there is Miss Lori, Queen of the North, also from north of the border. Yeah. Canadian people. We love them. It's too bad your government doesn't love you as much as we do. Anywho.
Hey, our government doesn't love us as much as we do.
I didn't get a chance. You took it right out of my mouth. Anyway, tonight's topic is what's it like where you're at? Now, everybody is going to have different situations in the areas they're at. Like I stated earlier this year, it's going to be hit and miss. West Coast in some areas are not going to see anything until it's really bad at the East Coast because there's a lot more stuff out there. But the other side of the coin's trying to flip over. The coin is the shipping areas. All your docks have multiple container ships sitting offshore because there's no dock workers to unload the trailers. And there's a shortage of trailers to be reloaded on those cargo ships to go back to their point of origin. Because the containers are getting shipped to like Chicago, Detroit, all the major rail hubs, because most of them are shipped via rail. Only a small portion are shipped via truck, but majority of them are being shipped via rail. They're emptied, but they're not shipped back empty.
Nope.
So,
well, you know why SOP, right?
Yeah, I do, but
2.5 million short on drivers. Otherwise, they'd be putting them on trucks. They're trying to say it's only 200,000 this month, but that's how many they're short this month.
Right.
Totally, it's 2.5 million.
Right. Well, a majority of them have always been shipped on rail. I mean, every time I go to the rail yard in Chicago, you see 500,000-600,000 trailers sitting there.
Right.
You'd actually have to see an aerial view. Actually, satellite view probably be the best way to do it of some of the rail yards, like around Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth. There's a nice one in Detroit, although it's not as big. But all your major hubs have a very major rail yard that has 500,000-600,000 of these cargo containers, anywhere from the 28 foot to the 48 foots.
Right. If you want to see something neat, go on to the Landsat photographs. Go look at Chicago's rail yard, and then it's massive. Go over to the West Coast, hit Stockton, Fresno, Bakersfield, and then LA, and you will see huge rail yards full of empty box cars because nobody's loading them. I didn't include Seattle or Portland. They're too small.
And before I get into the rest of this real quick, I need to say, Miss Tasha, did you look at that email I sent you? Don't forget to respond, please. If you haven't looked at it, go look real quick. I'll wait a second. Another person from north of the border, Howie from Food Force Permaculture. And I want to shout out another channel real quick. The Green Wizard. He hasn't been getting a lot of views for a little bit. So if you haven't visited the Green Wizard in a while, or you don't know who the Green Wizard is, go check him out. He's another gardener extraordinaire.
Right.
Shall we say?
He has a book. That's Green Wizard's book on Amazon, and that's by Ron Netztel.
And we'll pull that up toward the end if people would like. But yeah,
Read
Ron could use a little bit of YouTube love there.
Hey, right. Ron's probably getting a lot of love right now with that last video. That last video, yes. The brisket and the turkey leg and everything. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Aw, she called me a deer. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I like being called a deer or not. The last deer I seen got hit by a car. I was just
going to say, she's in the South. She called you a deer. Watch out.
Yeah, is that the kind of deer that got ran over?
Or get hit with a crossbow.
Oh, even worse. Anyway, I got a little video thing here I'm going to play. Hopefully it plays okay. We'll see.
Hey guys, just a quick update. As you can see, our meat aisle isn't too bad.
Got me, Tash.
Are you guys not hearing what is being said?
No.
Okay, cereal aisle.
Oh, if I'd have known that, I would have been talking sooner. As you can see, most of the aisles, most of them look halfway decent. Hold on, let me mute that so I'm not hearing myself in the background too. The bread aisle was full. The coffee was full. Most of the canned good stuff was all right. This is the lunch meat right there, that naked little area. That's all the prepackaged. This is my toilet paper aisle. Stay away from my store. Don't go anywhere near my store. That's my TP. The chips. This area right here is where all the bags you can see there and the boxes were at. Most of those are gone. The rest of the chips are hit and miss. But on the other side, come on, turn the camera around, dummy. Hold on. He's slow. Forgive him. The pop aisle, pretty full. Got to keep everybody addicted to sugar.
For now, until they run out of bottles, I don't think bucket of soda was
right. All right. The milks are only a few jugs deep. A lot of the orange juices and creamers and stuff are pretty empty. The yogurts and stuff are also only a couple deep. Down at the very end, whoops, no, I moved the camera. Down here where all the, cinnamon roll stuff's at, they're pretty empty. French fries, pretty full. I grabbed a few myself. Let's see, which one's this? This is the Hungry Man dinners and, single serve entrees and pizzas. As you can see, there's plenty of pizzas. Yes, I did grab 2. But this aisle wasn't too bad. All right, come on.
Who gave you a dislike, Dave? I cannot believe that.
I don't care. Let's see where we at now. There's the chicken nuggets. They've been hit pretty hard. The ones that I like, which are the honey battered ones, are all gone. Your ice creams, there's plenty of ice creams in most of it. But for the most part, there we all are.
Right.
My store wasn't too bad, but there was hit and miss. Last month, it was a lot worse. Now, what I pulled out of the store yesterday cost me $98. 2 months ago, that exact same amount, because I usually buy a creature of habit and some things, was only $150. So there's almost a $50 increase and I didn't even get a full grocery cart. So, it's for my area, my prices are higher. I'm getting less for the same amount of money, or I have to spend more to get the same amount of stuff. So, Bruce, what's it like in your area?
We're up in extreme northeastern Tennessee, and everything is fine here. I mean, it's just a quirk, I guess, because we're not really massive cities, and we're close to a lot of distribution centers. We have a lot of states all right together in that area. So everything's flowing pretty good here. I mean, there are some things like a month ago, the candy aisle on the Walmart, completely gone. Nothing at all. And I was surprised at that. You figure that'd be the one thing they'd keep stocking the entire store. But they've got that back up now. It's going good, but that doesn't mean that I've been complacent either. We've been doing the same type of stocking that we've been doing the whole time.
Al?
Oh, I live near, let's see, I'm in the southern part near Bakersfield, so I'm close to about 6 distribution points. Unless Bakersfield, like last year, does a raid on us because we're closer to Bakersfield than Fresno, a lot of the smaller cities and towns in the Central Valley, once Bakersfield got hit really bad, they clean out all the little towns. It's like a herd of locusts. You want to see panic buying? People come with trucks and they strip a single supermarket overnight. I go back in there like, well, they didn't get the vegetables, but they got everything else. It's like they left the outer rim of the supermarket alone, which is fresh produce. Mm-hmm. And then they all went into the prefab foods and they stripped everything. But this year, we're pretty good and we're stocking up. I can't believe it. They have a couple of trucks at our neighborhood local Walmart in back running. So we have plenty of food up the gills. But there's spots of certain items that comes from the East Coast that we don't get.
Hey, Suburban Hillbilly. I did see you come in. I was just trying to do other stuff. Sorry. Gil, you're muted.
I'll unmute. There we go. Unmuted. I didn't want to be talking over your making noise when your video was playing. Forgot to unmute
Yeah,
myself.
they couldn't hear nothing anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
SOP, when you get the call from Gil's wife to know how to use that mute button, you could probably make a pretty good deal for it.
She complains that I don't talk to her enough.
Yeah,
So-
she was trying to get me to find the on button for him so he would actually talk more. I told her it doesn't exist on men.
Oh my.
All right. What's interesting is I had some sort of bug, my normal winter bug. I got it 2 months earlier, and so I wasn't out of the house here for about 2.5, 3 weeks. And when prior to that, I was up at Sam's Club, and they were fully stocked with all the toilet paper, all the the Members Mark brand, and for toilet paper, paper towels, several other brands as well. When I was up there today, the Sam's Club was out of all the Member Mark paper goods. All they had was the expensive Charmin extra strong and extra soft toilet paper, and then the Bounty 24 pack of the Selecta-Size. And they only had I would say the Bounty, they only had 6 pallets out there, which is small. And then they had about 10 pallets each of the extra strong, and then 10 pallets of the extra soft toilet paper. But what got me was when I went over to Costco, I got my receipt here. I got the, just because I've been trying to stock up on it, they have the hamburger patties, 1/3 pound patties, 18 of them, so it's 6 pounds. The 85% fat free was $4.16 a pound. So that was basically $25 for that one 6 pound thing of hamburger patties. Now, if I went down to the 75% fat free, 25% fat, that was down to I think it was like $3.49 or something like that. So, yeah, they don't charge as much for fat.
We've had a couple new people sneak in here. Let's see. I see a Heather. I see a Bushcraft family. I see Purple Gang. All the new people, welcome, welcome.
And,
So, in the
but,
chat,
as far as the rest of the food and stuff there at both Sam's and Costco, most of it was looking pretty good, fairly well stocked up. They actually had a sale on Welch's grape jelly, so I grabbed a couple 2 packs. But the one thing I've been looking for at Sam's, which they haven't had in the last 6 months, is the Quaker oatmeal instant packs of plain oatmeal.
Ugh.
They have all the varieties and stuff, and then they have the big box of brown sugar cinnamon, but they didn't have any of the plain oatmeal, because the brown sugar cinnamon, as much as I love it, is still, I could mix one plain, one other thing and be just fine. But they didn't have any of it. All they had was the big boxes of the loose pack Minute Quaker Oats. All the cereal was good. All the cereal was stocked up full. All the honey was full. All the different varieties of honey. Over in the spices and stuff, everything was good over there. The vinegar, the 2-pack gallon jugs of vinegar was on sale today.
they send all.
No limit. So I grabbed 2 of them.
Hold on, folks. Hold on, folks.
Ooh. Oh, no.
I'm sorry to hear that, bud.
That is not good.
That's Butch.
That's Butch.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Sorry to hear that, man. We'll say some prayers for you guys. Moment of silence. Thank you.
Butch is a real cool guy.
He's a close friend of all of us up here. So
Yeah,
Man, that sucks.
it is.
But yeah. For the Sam's Club and Costco's, we're looking pretty good for most of the stuff. I didn't go to Walmart this time, but the last time I was in Walmart, they just finished doing their what do they call it? Where they redesigned the store and layout and everything, and everything was pretty much full except for canning supplies. No lids and rings. But they had plenty of the pints, the half pints, and all the specialty jars and stuff like that. They had plenty of those.
take care, Lori.
Didn't have too many of the Tim's in the house.
Good, Tim.
Didn't have too many of the quarts, wide or regular mouth. But canning's short here right now. However, I can order canning lids out the Yin Yang on Amazon, and they come quick.
Yeah, my
Don't get the
Kroger and
junky
Target are
ones.
fully stocked. My Kroger and Target up here are full of canning lids right now. Mediocre on the jars with lids. I didn't show it in the video, but the Walmart I was at is about half stocked.
Right, but folks, be careful. They are selling Chinese ones. Make sure it's either Bell or Kerr, because the other ones, if you pressure can them, they're all right for water baths. But if you pressure can them, they don't hold the seal. And I pressure can, so you want to clean out your pressure canner after they explode. I mean, the metal, it don't hold the pressure and the tops pop open. It's an ugly mess, especially when you do grape jelly.
Hey, Treasures in Kentucky, welcome. Yeah, we got plenty of people on the side chat here who do canning on a regular basis. We got Tasha from Prep For It. We got Mouse Toes. Discover Sustainable has been known to do it a time or two in the past. So check with those people. If you have questions, go check out their channels. Mouse Toes has a very common saying, if she can do it, you can do it. And I've watched her videos enough to know that I probably can do it.
Right.
So if I can do it, you can do it.
Right. You see, Treasures from Kentucky, do not buy order lids from Amazon. It's the cheap Chinese lids. It's not Bell or Kerr. It's Kerr.
Yeah. Actually, what I got from Amazon, there's a new American-made company that's on there. I can't remember the name of it. They're there, but I got the Tatler reusables, and they came right away. And
Tatler's not bad.
Yeah, but they have that new brand. I can't remember what it is, but it's American made. And what's really neat about them is, if you get it on Amazon, it's 5 cents to $1 cheaper per set that you get for some reason than it is off their own website. But it's from their store on Amazon. So.
I'm going to ask, is it Harvest Guard?
Huh?
Harvest Guard or Pure?
I think it's Harvest Guard.
Right. But make sure you get the correct one.
Yeah,
if it's like says made in China or made in Korea, don't get it, please.
Yeah, this company is an American-made company. And so I'm going to be checking my list.
I have issues with some American-made companies in this day and age because while it may say made in America on it, it was shipped from China to begin with.
Yeah.
90% of the stuff you get is no longer made in America.
Actually, it's the Nolly. The Nolly canning lids. And there, you want to share that?
No, not really.
Yeah, so that's the Denali one. And they got all the different sizes, ways you can get it here. But yeah.
Yes, Denali.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said.
Yeah, I actually had a problem like that with Purple Tea Bear. She was ordering some raised beds that were supposedly made in America. She just got a thing from Amazon telling her that the boats are backed up and it comes from China, even though it says made in America and it's stamped made in America.
Yeah. So anymore, unless you actually know the company you're dealing with,
Yep.
90% of what, every one of your cell phones came from overseas.
Yep.
Your monitors, your computers, your laptops, your TVs, your, uh, what are they called? Quick crack pots or whatever they're called. The
Air fryers.
air dryers, air fryers, whatever. Those are all made in China.
Yep. Also,
So
those wonderful electric canner. Excuse me.
take a drink.
Also, those wonderful electric canners. We just had one in a town next to us. Their house burned down because they put their canning stuff in there. And guess what, Bruce? What does electric canners and house fire means?
That usually means something very bad.
It means the wiring inside it that was soldered to the circuit board was probably soldered with a cold joint.
Yep.
And when they plugged it in, they pulled it a little too far, causing it to arc. Once it arcs, it lets out that pretty gray smoke. Once the pretty gray smoke comes out, it's a problem.
And their house
breathing
burned
heavy,
down.
Al, move your mic down.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, folks.
Sounded like we had a mouse heavy breathing in the background. So
Hey,
in the
you
side
live with
chat,
smoke.
if you guys want, kind of if you've paid attention to your areas, let's see if we can get a general consensus from different areas of our country here, as well as those up north of the border. For those who've paid attention to your stores, which, as people who are part of the apes, read the little scrolling screen. You should be paying attention to your store, your gas station, because the first place you're going to see things go up are gas stations. The gas station is the first place that's going to start hiking their prices because it's a convenience stop. It's oh yeah, I need one of those. And you start walking up and there's another end cap. Oh, I could really use a couple extra chocolate bars. It's all in your sight. It's in your mind as you walk by it. It's freedom of grabbing and paying. So your gas stations are going to be one of your first places to start going up.
Right. Or close. Remember 2012, folks.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed when I was at Costco today, and I grabbed two of them, the Zycam is on sale. $3.50 off. The big one. So yeah, I grabbed a couple of those too. So, but they're fully stocked on their vitamins and everything else.
All right, Tennessee Tactical here. Throw up a little bit. Bottled water depleted. Canned goods are they're putting their dented cans up, and a lot of people don't pay attention to dented cans. My mom and my grandma both told me one thing when I was really little, a long time ago. Yes, shush. Was if the can is dented on the store shelf, don't buy it because it's already compromised. Okay, it's not going to last to its shelf life, basically. Now, a lot of people will buy that and they'll use it quick because they only buy 2 or 3 days worth of food at a time. And then they're going right back to the store and buying more. So for those kind of people who don't store and put stuff away, then it can probably ain't no big deal. But for me, who does buy some extra cans here and there, I'm not going to take the chance of buying a dented can and then go to use it 6, 8, 10 months down the road and go, oh, phew, stinks.
Right. Because it could, sorry, it could be compromised, folks. It could have a crack, microscopic crack. It could have a piercing in it, and you lose all containment of it. I do warn people, like if you're in like Treasures in Kentucky, Walmart's plan is if you're in a smaller area, because we sent notices all our church members who lives in other smaller towns and stuff, they're going to close down the smaller Walmarts. This is not the neighborhood one or the super one, because everybody has like a Walmart and you have a super center. They're going to feed the super center and they're going to feed the neighborhood ones because those are profitable. they're not going to feed the small to middle sized Walmarts. They're pulling all like, well, that's
No,
an empty
they're
lot.
shipping it the old stuff, the stuff they got in their warehouse that probably has a week or two left on its best buy date. They're shipping that to the smaller Walmarts, which is where, like, Treasures in Kentucky says old expiration dates or new close expiration dates on old canned goods.
Yep.
So they're trying to, the stuff they've been hoarding in the corner because, they keep getting fresh shipments in. They keep sending the fresh stuff out. Well, hey, Ben, they're trying to get rid of all that extra stuff. Problem is when that runs out and there's no fresh stuff coming in because making people that make cans for canned goods they're waiting for shipments, and the people that make bottles for your milk jugs and your pop bottles and all that stuff are waiting for plastics and some of that bead plastic. And for those who don't know, because I've hauled enough of it to know, there is several places down in Georgia. Let's see, right up north of me in Dayton, Ohio, there are places that manufacture bottles for soaps, shampoos, pop, all that stuff. How they get their plastic to manufacture those is in pellets. And they're about the size of a pea to about the size of a styrofoam bead you find in a beanbag chair.
Yep.
Depending on the type of plastic being used, be it PTFE, hard plastics. Those come from Georgia. They come from Texas, and they come from out west. I don't remember which state it is out there because I didn't pick any up out there. But they're not getting the stuff in there to make the plastics, which some of it's an oil-based product. There's a lot of things required to make those plastic pellets. And if they're not making the pellets, they're not making the plastic bottles at the places where you need them made. The place I used to pull up out of Dayton, I'm not going to give the company name, but because the warehouse that I pulled out of was multiple buildings. They made it for Coke, Pepsi, Procter and Gamble. So in this little regional warehouse that makes up bottles ships to 13 different states. And I know for a fact that they're not shipping anywhere near the trucks out of there they used to. Because I know the people that work at the dock. I spent 4 years dealing with them on a weekly basis. So there is slow shortages coming.
Right.
Certain areas of the country are going to see it faster than others. And it's going to be hit and miss. While for maybe 2 weeks, this regional warehouse up here will be able to make all kinds of bottles because they got like 25 trucks of pellet resin coming in. Then they may be out for a week or 2 weeks.
Right.
Well, that 2 weeks that they're out equates to about 3 days worth of production because it takes a lot of pellets to make the bottles. And the bottles, when they're made, they're only that big. Yours 20 ounce or 1 liter bottles that you get your pop in.
Oh, I got samples. Let me go find it.
When they're shipped out of the warehouse to be down so they can put their pop and stuff in it, they're only 2 to 3 inches tall. They're extremely hard. So they put a lot inside a trailer. 44,000 pounds of those is enough to fill about 15 semi-trailers full of finished product. Okay. So when they're out for 2 or 3 days, you can start to see how things can snowball real fast. Let me see here. Catch up on chat real quick.
Hey, Ben, which fire is that?
It's a good idea, Gear. Oh, CB, you silly little kid, you.
She could tell everybody needed a little grin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, CB, you mean when Facebook got put in Facebook jail for spreading lies?
I think what happened at Facebook is old Zucker thought he was going to be smarter than the average bear, took it down so that his ex-employee couldn't get spread all over his social media like a viral effect. And then Congress said, oh, you know what? Let's do it on Tuesday. He was like, dang it! Because that was the time she was supposed to be testifying to the Senate. But for some reason, it got pushed. Who knows? Uh-oh, Gil froze. Okay, he's back.
Yeah,
I'm
it's his daily impersonation of Disney.
You're right.
Yep. What else got right there is what those are shipped out as.
Right. This is a 2-liter bottle.
Yep.
And I know the plant. It's part of Apache Plastics. It's up north in Lodi. They have another plant here in our area, and they have one more at Bakersfield or Fresno, because California keeps changing their laws, environmental laws, so they can't make the beaded plastic. So they switch around in California. There's only 3 plants for the West Coast, and I got a whole case of them. This is a 2-liter bottle, which I use for its test tube size. They put it into the mold, push it in. This cap comes off. It's not sealed. They're all got the caps. Okay, it's solid. And they force air. It's in a heated, mold.
Vacuum chamber.
Yep, vacuum chamber heated, and it blows it out to 2 liters. And then they screw on a little plastic on it. All mechanical. I'm going has arthritis, but you know what I mean. They have all sizes of bottles. They have the 8 ounce. They have the liter, half liter soda pop bottles. They even have the crunchy water bottle type. But you see, with Apache Plastic is they cannot produce enough plastic beads because they have to meet the environmental standards of California, which drives everybody nuts.
Which is why places like Georgia and a few other states that actually make the beads have had to ramp up production. But unfortunately, some of the stuff that they're required to make said beads is sitting in shipping containers off the coast of Louisiana and Texas.
Right.
And we've got, all you got to do is take some time, do some due diligence and research. That way, nobody up here is filling you full of smoke. No, I'm not talking that pretty gray smoke. All you got to do, it's been covered on major news media, the number of container ships sitting offshore waiting to be unloaded. It's not hyperbole. It's not fear porn. It's not smack. It's the truth, which is all I've ever tried to do is tell you guys the truth.
Well, the last time I checked, Long Beach off the airport? Last I heard, I think it was 69 or 70 huge container ships are sitting outside of the port anchored, and they think that's actually why they had that huge oil slick out in California, was because one of the tankers went to drop anchor and did it on top of the oil line.
Yeah, that's Newport.
Yep.
Oh, folks, on recycled ones, I have bad news. Once the soda bottle is used and everything, they cannot use that for food production. What they do with it?
No, it gets recycled down. It gets ground up, recycled into soap bottles, milk jugs. They have to mix it with PTFE plastics in order to get it so where they can. Hey, Mary Beth. So they can get it down to a food grade again. There's only a small portion in a milk jug. Only 1% of it's actually recycled plastic.
Hey,
Dave,
Dave,
bottles are up to 10%. What?
I found a lurker here. Maccabee Speed.
I seen him.
Yeah. Also, what they also use this plastic for is when the bottles go into this one plant, they fiber it. They shave it up so it goes into certain what they call it, insulation for vests and clothing for microfibers. But be careful with that because it is flammable, folks.
Come on. You mean to tell me you can let gray smoke out of clothing too?
No, you get like orange, backwards lost to know what I'm talking. Remember those jumpsuits they made out of that flammable plastic? And they said it's safe for fire department to use. And didn't they ban them all because 2 firefighters caught on fire?
I know when we were in, one of the stipulations was you could not wear any type of clothing under your bunker gear that had any type of nylon in it at all. Because when you're in that fire, that coat keeps you protected inside, but you still get up around 300, 400 degrees Fahrenheit inside of that coat. But it's 1800 to 2200 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So that's why you're able to go in, fight the fire, and come back out, and you don't have blisters and burns. Although where your face mask is for your SCBA, your entire face around where the glass is on that, the plastic on it, is completely red. You're sunburned.
Welcome, Glenda. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Kaylin.
Thank you, Mac. Thank you. Kaylin's in here. I didn't see her sneak in here. She's been lurking in the background, I guess. That's okay.
I just realized why Al's dying where he is. He's got 4 fires around him now that are burning.
No kidding.
Actually, no, correction. 5 fires.
Yeah, I know. It used to be 1. Now we have 5 fires. And if it keeps going, it's going to be 6 fires or 10 fires.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The winter's coming. You'll get your rainy season soon.
But it'll all flood down and flood them out.
Right.
Well, you got to get nuisance to quit letting water out into the ocean. Because that's where part of the water went out of the reservoirs, went out into the ocean. Oh, wait. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't hear that, did it?
Yeah, but I live in the desert. There's no ocean where I live. It's like, why do I need a fishing kit? All our creeks are dried up. I'll throw a rock over there.
Yep. Yeah, fire season and mud season.
Great.
And I do expect to see unfortunately, some pretty nasty mudslides this year.
Yep. We always do. It's always fun going up to the foothills and see whole town wiped out, mudslide.
All because some goofball in his high-rise four-wheel Jeep decided to go climb a mountain and knock down half of it.
I know what he's talking about.
Now, they need to learn how to drive a FOF, which is Formula Off-Road. Those will get up a mountainside without knocking half the mountain down. Of course, they do it at like 80, 90 mile an hour. If you don't know what a FOF is, go look at FOFF Off-Road, and you'll see it from overseas. And you want to, if you like high horsepower engines and fast things, then that's going to be right up your alley. If you like racing, that'll be right up your alley.
Right. Folks, if you're on the East Coast, you do not want to have it like this spring where everybody with the Keystone pipeline. Was it Keystone or was the other pipeline for the South?
Keystone. No, it wasn't the Keystone.
I forgot the name of that pipeline. Goes through half the state.
It's the one that comes up from Alabama.
Yeah.
Then cuts up towards Tennessee, South North Carolina.
Well, it's the one that's supposed to merge with the Keystone.
Right.
Yeah. And they stopped that, of course, now. So there's nothing going on with that anymore. So.
Right. But
Yes,
like I said, folks, if you got gas, put it in an outside tool shed away from the house, not in your garage, because most places, Bruce, tell them what they have in your garage that you don't want to store gas in.
Well, most places have a gas-fired hot water tank, and what explodes with gasoline is not the gasoline itself; it's the vapors that come out.
Yep.
And then it goes boom, and you go, uh-oh.
Beautiful fuel air bombs, homemade. Yuck. Hey, Maccabee Speed, you need to get a hold of somebody over at AEA and have them send me the 25. That would be awesome. You know, yesterday was my birthday, so it would help the channel out a lot, you know. Gotta try.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, that AEA would make the one I've got look like a BB gun. It produces a lot more power than this does.
Right. It's 6:45, Gil.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll give it 5 minutes before I head over to mine. I got everything all set.
It's 9:45. What are you talking about?
I'm no kidding, man. I got 9:45 on my clock.
He's in California.
This is true.
We're always backwards.
Now I'm gonna make a couple of quick statements here, real quick. This way, everybody that's up here still hears it. First off, I haven't been to a lot of other live streams lately because some of the language in it has been less than I want to listen to. There's been a lot of sexual innuendos. I don't want to hear that stuff no more. I'm trying to change my mental thinking, and I want to get away from that kind of stuff. I'm staying away from all the swearing and cussing. I'm staying away from channels who say one thing and do something else in their lives. Not that I don't like the people. I just don't want to hear it. Okay. I respect everybody out here. Everybody has a chance to say what they want. That's what this country was founded on. But it doesn't mean I want to listen to it. I'll still stop by quick enough, drop a like, put it on mute, and go do something real quick so I can give them at least 5-10 minutes of watch time to help them out. But I'm not going to stick around and chit chat a lot.
Right. Dave
Second
wants to
thing.
cut it. Go ahead, Dave.
Second thing is the summer's over. Don't have to worry about no more air conditioning things. Al, stop trying to tell them to send me money for an air conditioner thing. It's getting too cold for air conditioners now. I ain't worried about that. Okay.
How about a heater?
No, we're good there too. I've got one that's I can set up. I'm going to mount on a drywall wall, put a tank behind it to catch the drainage, and build me a exhaust pipe to go out a window if need be. And it runs on propane, so I'll put that on wheels so I can roll it around as needed. So I'm good for that. What I do need to do though is replace a camera. So if anybody wants to help donate a camera, donate funds for a camera, my PayPal link is in the descriptions. Unfortunately, if I ever get enough to get that camera, the IRS is going to know about it because it's a $650 camera. That way I can get the slow motion I want. I can get the crisp, clear 4K videos I want to get. My computer is capable of rendering 4K videos relatively quickly. So there's Miss Courtney. Hello. Just in case I didn't say it. So, yeah, if y'all want to help out, get a new camera for the channel, I would greatly appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, I almost forgot. In some areas, you cannot find this anymore.
We get the red one though instead of the blue.
Oops.
And we got my wife always seems to find the red ones.
Yeah, but those are the smaller jars, right?
Well, there's two different sizes of the red jars. I know there's smaller red jars and the bigger red jars. It's probably mine is probably Hormel then. Yeah, Kaylin.
So
Prep for it actually right there. Into summer is the best time to play
yeah, agreed.
AC.
Unfortunately, there is none, literally none near me. The only one that's close to me is at a Lowe's, and it is about $35 to $40 higher than what it was 3 months ago. Everything around here has went up, even though it's getting toward the end of the season. They probably won't go on sale if there is any left in stock until December. Just before, the holidays.
Yep.
Barefoot Lass, long time no see. Good evening.
Hi, Barefoot Lass. What's kind
You
of
come
funny?
just as we get ready to shut it down. Darn it.
What's kind of funny is if Dave asked me about 4 years ago, I had air conditioners in the garage stacked to the roof because I was helping people remodel. And they said, I don't want this wall unit, or I don't want this indoor rollaway one, or you can have it. I just get it out of my house. Okay.
I'm going to slide out of here and head on over and get mine set up here. So I dropped the link there. I dropped the link there to mine. And so we're starting in 10 minutes.
Yep. T-minus 10 minutes and counting. Liftoff will be at that link he posted there at Gray Man Prepping link. So that's where we'll be at in about 11 minutes because it starts in 10. I'm going to shut this down here in a few moments. We had somebody else just jump in here. Who was it?
Rambling
with the Bromes. Welcome. Want to continue on? We'll be discussing radio communications, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Over on Gil's channel. Excuse me. And I'll have to go refill my coffee cup.
Yeah, and
Same
I'm going
here.
to get
And then I got
delicious
put
bowl of
Yeah. Well, see, y'all got it
Asian food.
easy. I have to go put a kid to bed yet.
Asian
Y'all got it
food.
easy. I have to go put a kid to bed yet.
True.
I
getting
still
a-
have to do the whole adulting thing.
Yep.
I'm sorry for you.
I just got to feed my mom and myself. I'm getting a nice bowl of corned beef and cabbage, a traditional
That sounds good.
Japanese dish.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
sounds good.
Irish stole it from us. We always have it with turnips, not potatoes. Aye.
Oh,
Later,
Corned
guys.
beef.
Take it easy, Al.
Take it easy. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go here real quick. Once again, thanks for everybody stopping by. We were at 28 people earlier tonight. Appreciate everybody who stopped by and said hello. Appreciate the thumbs up and the thumb down. It's okay. So until we see you guys again, be safe. Take care. God bless. And let's try and be kind to each other too. So until next time, be safe.
Night, everyone.